Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 16th of September 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the Heindel Tarot for today's reading. Now, some of you guys hate this deck because it's really dark, and some of you guys love it. And it's in German, and trust the German people to really create a deck that is... This is one of the most challenging decks I've got, and I like using it sometimes because it's like the opposite of using a Doreen Virtue tarot deck, where it's all love and light, and death isn't death, it's just an angel passing by, and the tower isn't really the tower, it's just a flat tire, you know? Whereas this deck, it takes like something really innocuous, like the Three of Swords, heartbreak or something, and it turns it into the end of the world. It's really dramatic. So let's see what these drama queen Heindel cards wanna say. And you know, the great thing about being a tarot reader, if you're interested in being a tarot reader, take my course, by the way, on the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Take my course. It's only £17. I made it really cheap because I want everyone to learn how to use the tarot because it's so fun. But once you can do it, once you know the basics, and then you can use every other deck, you can look at which ones are kitschy and which ones are way over the top, and where the author was really negative or really bloody, or they had certain odd beliefs, you know? It's in the cards, and it's fabulous to see different perspectives from different human beings. Anyway, that's the speech for the day. Goodness. All right, so we've got the Two of Swords, which is peace. Then we have the Five of Cups, which is disappointment. And then we have the Son of Swords in the south. So Frieden, Zwei der Schwerter, is peace, Two of Swords, and Täuschung, Fünf der Kelche, is disappointment, the Five of Cups, and Sohn der Schwerter im Süden, Prinz der Schwerter, is the Prince of Swords, so the Knight of Swords. The Son of Swords, so he's not quite the king, he's the knight. He's not the page, because he's already had some practice in the south. And he's not just the page. Court cards come in page, knights or princes, and princesses, and kings and queens. And it's about experience, levels of experience. So the Two of Swords, first of all, is usually a woman who is bound, blindfolded, and she's just sitting there and she's defensive. In this case, we have got the moon. We've got this cave scene in the snow, and we've got these two swords dangling, creating a doorway, and it's simply a beautiful, calm walk through the snow in the forest with the moon above. It's a blood moon, so lots of passion and emotion. But yeah, so emotionally, you're passionate because you have peace in your life. That things aren't topsy-turvy, things aren't all over the place. You know what you're doing today, so you can listen to your feelings. Because like if you're homeless, you've just been kicked out, then you're not going to listen to how you feel about Julia, who you know, works at the same office as you do. You're going to worry about housing. I need to find a place. I'm going to go see the estate agents, and you're going to forget about your feelings. So feelings are a luxury that we get once we've met our basic human needs: shelter, food, all of those things. So reading between the lines, first of all, your human needs have been met. So you have the luxury of exploring your feelings, and you've got peace in your life. And the two, like this, is a doorway. So and swords are thinking and communication and air. 1 and 2 is a relationship, two swords together to become one. That's the Spice Girls, sorry. No, but two together are stronger than one. That's what they say, you know? So it's hope. It's looking to the future. It's seeing where you want to go. And it's like you're strolling around a beautiful countryside. Let's say you're in Switzerland, you're hiking through the mountains, and you're just thinking about your life, and it's all very light, and you just put a light touch on each of the areas, and you see what you want to improve, what you want to change around, especially the things that have disappointed you in your life. Because the Five of Cups usually is represented as 3 cups being spilled and 2 cups being upright, and it's a matter of perspective. You can be disappointed, but you can also still look at the good stuff in your life. In this case, all of the disappointment gathers in this 1 cup at the bottom. So you can turn the situation around because the water is still there. If you use your intellect and you look at something that didn't work in the past, like if you're a comedian and you have an act and you've included a new joke, and no one laughed at it. You tried it out, no one found it funny. Tweak it a little bit because the joke itself is good, but the delivery may have been off or some wording isn't right. Okay? Or if you've tried to make amends with someone in your life who you've harmed and it really didn't work and you want to try again for whatever reason, then the outcome for a positive the desire to have a positive emotional outcome is there for you. It's within you. And in the past, you've been disappointed and you haven't had the outcome that you've wanted. And we've all been there, right? I wanted a bike as a kid. I didn't get a bike, for example. I did get a bike. I'm a little girl. I want a pony. I'm not going to get a pony unless I'm Veruca Salt, okay? So we all know what bitter disappointment feels like. But here it's hope and peace. And all of your disappointments, don't worry, because the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, is going to help you use his super strong intellect and the eye of Osiris, because he has special vision, because he's the Son of Swords. So swords is about thinking and communication and vision and insight and inspiration and technical know-how and accuracy and all of that. So the reason he's here is because he's going to work out how to take this disappointment and to turn it into a success. So that we've got just the love flowing over you and you have emotional freedom because you've achieved the goal that you've wanted to achieve. Because a doorway appears in your life today that says revisit that disappointment. You say, oh, that really hurt me last time. Are you sure that I really need to revisit that? It really was a disaster. It was a fiasco. And you get the guidance, do it anyway, please revisit. You're like, okay, guidance, I'm going to trust you even though this feels really awkward. And then you do that, you put in the legwork, you change things around, and you get the outcome that you want emotionally. You get satisfaction. You're not like Mick Jagger, okay? You can get satisfaction. And then the Son of Swords is going to become the King of Swords because it's through his vision and his insight and his ability to communicate and think that he's able to turn a situation around and make it positive, which includes changing someone else's mind so that they fit into the way you see the world and so that they fit into your plan. So you've either got to influence someone to make that happen, or you explain the benefits to other people and you really make sure that they understand that this system or whatever would be much better for them. And you really revisit it and really decide to educate them and give them another go. Or it could be something like you have tried to get the light bulb to work and you have tried 80 million times and finally you use a hair because you've run out of ideas as the bulb thing that lights up the bulb and it just happens to work. And finally, you see something coming of your intellect, and you see your intellectual power that you can shape and manifest your life into what you want it to be. And you can take a bitter disappointment and you can transform that and use it as a platform to build a divine success and achievement and achieving your goals. And by doing that, you raise your vibration, you become more intelligent about yourself, you recognize and learn about yourself more, you have more peace of mind in your life, you remove some negativity from your life, you have a clear vision of what's going on today, you're compassionate, you're logical, and you reach the next plateau of development today if you engage with this and if you revisit some sort of disappointment and you use your insight now, because hindsight is 2020. Let's say you harmed someone in the past or something. Let's say you ripped off a company. It's a big pharmaceutical company anyway. They won't notice if I steal $2,000. So you stole $2,000 and now in hindsight, you think that's really wrong. And you somehow want to make up for it. If you send anonymously, I mean, you don't have to give yourself up and say, hi guys, I stole $2,000 from you. Please put me in jail. You can anonymously drop the $2,000 off at the desk or at the drop-in or post it or whatever, because you see that that was wrong and you were disappointed in yourself. And your inner guidance is nagging at you and it's saying, hey, what about that $2,000 you still owe that institution? And it just keeps coming up. And you're like, okay, I'm finally going to walk through this door. I'm going to resolve this because it's playing on my mind a lot. So you make amends, you send the $2,000, you turn the disappointment into a real sense of pride within yourself that you weren't caught, and you return the money of your own volition, of your own free will, because you know what's right and wrong. And you needed the money desperately at the time, but now you don't. And now you pay it back because you feel like that's the right thing to do. And it's those little actions that we do, like helping someone up the stairs or helping someone get up. Little things like that, little gestures build wonderful friendships. They build relationships. They build connection. So you'll feel much better about yourself if you revisit a disappointment and you turn it around into a success. Okay? So that's what I'm getting mainly today, that you should look at enjoying your freedom and explore and go out into the world and do what you like. And then in the afternoon or during the day or something, the idea that comes up where you've had misfortune that you can alter, it's a guidance and it's a message that you can trust. If you try again, you're very, very likely to succeed. Okay? So don't let yourself be put off. You've got the vision that you were lacking before. So have a wonderful day. Number-wise, we've got 2 and 5 is 7 and 1 is 8. So you have all the power. 8 in numerology is strength. So you have all the power to flip things around and to take something tragic and to make it magic. So have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. And on the front page, it says book session now. Click on that to book your reading with me, or click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I draw up your birth chart, your natal horoscope, by using your place of birth, your date of birth, and your time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, order a rectification with me. That's a process where I can work out your time of birth. Once I have the chart in front of me, I can I can see it's a blueprint of who you are. It's so amazing. I can see what your vocational aptitudes are, where you've been in past lifetimes, what your life purpose is this time around, whether it's the same as your vocational aptitudes, love, money, travel, where to live, spiritual progress. I can answer any questions you may have. So if you're interested, then please order the reading on gregoryscott.com. Have a wonderful day. If you like this video, then please subscribe to this channel and share the video. That I'd be ever so grateful. And have a lovely day. Have a lovely start to the new week. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.